So last night, round about 9 p.m. local time, Choctaw's own Jordan Mukes announced his commitment to the University of Oklahoma to play football. It's a big deal as he is 6'3", approaching 6'4", and is a defensive back. He is precisely the kind of long, rangy, speedy DB that Alex Grinch wants in his backfield that Roy Manning has been working to get. He's the fourth commitment in the 2021 class for Oklahoma, improves their team ranking in the composite from 27th to 18th. It's a big deal when you look down and you see Alabama at 54. Okay? Now, it's also put in perspective by North Carolina at number 4 in the rankings with 11 commits in the boat, and they might end up with the best all-purpose back in all of the 2021 class. His name is Will Shipley. A little bit of white chocolate to him. Great catching the ball out of the backfield. Great in between the tackles. Gonna get so many comparisons to Christian McCaffrey, it's not even funny. So you're still chasing the top, and Oklahoma can get there. They need some help, and they need to do it in a big way, and Mukes helps with that, right? Now, one of the things that's interesting about Mukes is while he just got his offer a week ago, March 24th, and he commits on March 30th, Oklahoma had been really interested in him dating back to January when he was getting visits from coaches, when he was being brought on campus for a couple of unofficials. During this period where we don't have evals, right? Getting to know the kids and watching their huddle film has become big. And one of the reasons that I think that Oklahoma knows exactly what they're getting is because they'd obviously been watching Mukes in high school, because his huddle film didn't go up until February 25th. Okay? They'd been talking to him well before his huddle film was public. So he knew and they knew, but he also wasn't shy about saying, I knew when I got an offer from Oklahoma, that's where I wanted to go. That's what I was going to do. And he's already made a list of kiddos he wants to recruit. He wants Gentry Williams, who is a top 10 national 2022 recruit out of Booker T. Washington, to join him. He also wants Kendall Daniels out of Beggs, Oklahoma, 4-star recruit that Oklahoma wants in the worst way, with offers from LSU, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, and Clemson among them. Right? Mukes told my colleague at OU Insider, Brandon Drum, people would always tell me that they love my length, my speed, and my athleticism, and that was perfect for football. So I went out and played this past year. It's all happened so fast with offers coming and people really taking notice of me. Thought of himself as a basketball player. Last kiddo that ends up at Oklahoma who thought of himself as a basketball player, Jalen Redmond. It's pretty good. It's pretty doggone good. When he's on the field, you feel better about OU's defense. Having Mukes in the same boat with Ethan Downs gives you 2 in-state commitments among 4 commitments. Not a small thing. Ethan Downs is every bit of 6'4", 240. Saw him at the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award banquet in February. My goodness. And he's quick. He's sharp. You know, I told him when I saw him that there were a couple of folks that told me when I see you to kick you in the pants, and he turned around. I like it. Kid's quick. Really quick. And I want to know if Oklahoma can be quick about turning more commitments. I think they can be, right? I think Jamar Cain is really trying to get some of these high-value defensive linemen in the boat. I know that Alex Grinch is great at evaluating. I know that Roy Manning stays on the phone. Getting Latrell McCutcheon to pull the trigger might be a big deal at this particular juncture, right? Especially as we've seen Ohio State just continue to get commit after commit after commit after seeing what North Carolina has done during the dead period, right? This is a time for which you're going to see leads open up, especially if some of you are right, and let's say there's no football season. That means there's no officials for you to show what your football team looks like and what the campus is like. That means that we don't really necessarily have a likelihood of kids flipping. What's the flip on? A phone call? Could happen, but I doubt it. So while many of you are going, I don't even know if we're going to have football, I'm going, you better hope you have football, because that's the only opportunity you're going to have to absolutely fill out your class with kids that are on the fence. Because I submit to you, in this very weird time, if there's no football team to go visit, probably see a kid stay in state or stay with the team that has been talking to him the most from the beginning. I think North Carolina is taking an opportunity here. They've recruited well around their legacies and around their region. Will Shipley is from their region. Drake May, 4-star 2021 quarterback. His father's a legacy. His brother's a legacy. And he was committed to play at Alabama. Some coaches are built for this. Some are not. It's nice to see Cale Gundy still doing that thing, man. We're going to talk about Cale Gundy like he's Merv Johnson at some point, man. The way he's just been around and the way that he's been one of the past 2 decades' best recruiters. Just been tremendous, right? It's been tremendous. Now, other guys at the top of the list for Oklahoma and their most wanted got to be Kamar Wheaton at 2021. 5-star running back, especially losing out Travion Henderson to Ohio State. LJ Johnson is another, but his father went to LSU. Bear that in mind. Tumise Adeleye is another that you have to really hope picks Oklahoma, because I think a lot of dominoes fall if he decided to go to OU. Tumise has an opportunity to swing the balance of power in defensive linemen from Clemson to Ohio State or to LSU or to wherever, right? Because he's just that good. As a matter of fact, if Tumise picked Ohio State and ended up with Jack Sawyer, those bookends are going to be so nasty. It's going to terrorize the Big Ten. Another kiddo Oklahoma really wants, I mentioned Kendall Daniels, who can play 3 different positions for you with his size and his speed. Can play free safety, strong safety, outside linebacker, corner. That's 4 positions. All right? And another you absolutely want, Bryce Foster. One of the top guards in this class, wants to throw shot and disc in college as well as play on offensive line. Bill Bedenbaugh has had his eye on him since Bryce Foster was a true freshman. You really, really want those guys in the boat. And of course, at the top of the list, 2021 quarterback, 5-star Kaleb Williams. Oklahoma can close on 4-5 of those guys. Talking about a top 5 class. It's just what it is. You'll fill it out as best you can and you need to. But right now is the best time to be on the phone. It's the best time to be talking to the kids. They're watching film too. They're talking to each other too. Bear that in mind as we go through April, which I think we're going to see a bunch of kids decide to make a move. Because when are you going to be able to make a move later? Right? Mukes did not waste any time. He knew what time it is. He knows he's out of school. He doesn't know when the next time he's going to be able to play football is. Some kids are going to take the one in their hand. Some kids are going to be swayed by what they can do right now. Take that into account as we go through recruiting. Thanks for sticking around. I wanted to tell you about Kilkenny's Irish Pub in the Tulsa Metro. Well, one, good people. They watch the channel. Follow me on Twitter. But these ads are free. These reads are free. And I want you to know that because this is my hometown. I care. These are my neighbors. I would really appreciate it if you patronize them with the delivery service or curbside service. And you can do that from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Kilkenny's Irish Pub. You can follow them on Facebook. You can give them a call at 918-582-8282. They're giving these deals away, man. They're not making any money on this thing. They're just trying to keep their people employed and trying to give us a service. You get a free kids meal with each entree purchase, half off beer and wine, which is my favorite, one of our favorite things, but my favorite thing is an additional 20% off any person or for any person who works at a hospital or in the medical field. And with all these offers, the folks who own Kilkenny's Irish Pub acknowledge, again, they're not turning a profit. They're just trying to stay in business. They are doing their part to aid Tulsans by providing safe, responsible curbside and delivery service and keep the Kilkenny's Irish Pub staff employed. All right. Are also fulfilling, the obligation of public houses. Provide consistency, community, corned beef and cabbage, and a little bit of normalcy in this wild and crazy time. Please patronize my friends at Kilkenny's Irish Pub. Call 918-582-8282 or visit them for curbside service at 1413 East 15th Street in Tulsa.